Did you know that the average millionaire loses over $327,000 in their lifetime just by being the rich friend who always picks up the tab, lends money that never comes back, and funds everyone else's lifestyle while pretending it's no big deal? That was me for almost a decade. I was the guy who made seven figures, drove the nice car, and still ended up secretly stressed because every month thousands of dollars disappeared on dinners I didn't want to eat, trips I didn't want to take, and quick loans to broke friends that turned into permanent donations. I literally paid a hidden broke friend tax that cost me multiple six figures until one night in 2021 after wiring yet another $18,000 to a childhood buddy who swore this was the last time. I looked at my bank account and realized I had become everyone else's ATM while my own dreams stayed on hold. And that's when I drew the line, created a dead simple three-sentence script that lets me say no without guilt, drama, or losing the people I actually care about, and overnight stopped the bleeding forever. Today, I'm handing you that exact script, plus the mindset that turned me from unlimited piggy bank into a guy who still has real friends, but zero financial vampires. Let me take you back to the moment it all hit me. It was 2:17 a.m. in Miami. I had just Venmoed $18,000 to my old college roommate Jake for rent and some business stuff, even though I knew deep down I'd never see a cent. And as the confirmation screen flashed, I felt sick. Not because of the money itself, but because I realized this wasn't the first time. It was probably the 30th. And if I added it all up, I had quietly gifted away enough cash to buy a second house in cash, while telling myself I was just being a good friend. The broke friend tax isn't some official line on your taxes. It's the silent wealth destroyer that hits high earners hardest, because we're surrounded by people who make 60% less but somehow expect us to subsidize their lifestyle forever. And the crazy part is, we let them, because saying no feels rude, cheap, or like we're admitting we're not as successful as we look. Here's how bad it got for me. Over 8 years, I calculated I spent or lent roughly $412,000 on friends, $87,000 on group trips where I covered half the villa, because, you got it, man, $63,000 on dinners and bottle service because splitting the bill evenly when I ordered water and they ordered $800 tequila felt awkward. $119,000 in straight-up loans that were never repaid. $44,000 on last-minute flights to bail someone out of a jam. And another $99,000 scattered across birthdays, weddings, baby showers, moving help, and random can you spot me until Friday requests that never saw Friday. I was making great money, but my net worth barely moved because every time I got ahead, someone had a crisis, a business idea, or a vacation they couldn't afford without me. And like an idiot, I kept saying yes because I didn't want to be the asshole who changed after getting rich. The system trap here is brutal. Society trains us that real friends help each other no matter what. And once you're the one who made it, refusing to pay feels like betrayal. So we smile, pull out the card, and quietly resent everyone while our own goals, buying the dream house, early retirement, that charity we always wanted to start, get pushed back another year. Meanwhile, the same friends who drain you will turn around and call you cheap behind your back if you finally stop. So you're trapped between being used or being judged. And that's exactly how the broke friend tax keeps 99% of new millionaires from ever reaching the next level. But here's the rule that changed everything for me overnight. The no script rule. Anytime someone asks me for money, a favor that costs me money, or tries to guilt me into covering something, I use a dead simple three-sentence script that protects my wallet without torching the relationship. And I've used it over 200 times since 2021 without losing a single real friend. Ready for the exact script? Here it is, word for word. I love you, man. And I've made a rule for myself that I don't lend money or mix finances with friends anymore because it's caused problems in the past. I'm happy to help in other ways if I can, but on the cash stuff, I have to stick to my boundary. No hard feelings, right? That's it. 3 sentences delivered calmly with a smile, and it works like magic 95% of the time because it does 4 genius things at once. It shows love first, so they don't feel attacked. It puts the rule on you, not on them, so they don't feel judged. It offers alternative help, so you're not just shutting them down. And it ends with a question that forces them to agree and save face. I'm going to break this rule down piece by piece with real stories, exact phrasing variations, and step-by-step playbooks so you can copy-paste it into your life starting today. Part 1. The psychology behind why the script works and how to deliver it without sounding like a jerk. The reason this 3-sentence monster works is it removes the personal rejection. Most people hear no as, I don't care about you. But when you say, I've made a rule for myself, you turn it into a policy, not a judgment on their worth or your friendship. I learned this from billionaire investor Damon John, who said he never lends to friends. He only gives what he can afford to lose and calls it a gift up front. But my script is even better because it avoids giving anything and still keeps the peace. Delivery is everything. Say it in person or on the phone if possible. Never text. Text feels cold. Keep your tone warm and slightly regretful, like you wish you could help, but your hands are tied. Make eye contact and touch their shoulder or arm lightly. It sounds small, but physical touch lowers defensiveness by 60%. Real. Example, last year my cousin asked me to co-sign a $45,000 car loan. Instead of my old panicked yes, I smiled and said the script. He paused, said, yeah, I get it, no hard feelings, and 2 weeks later found a cheaper car on his own. We're still close. I saved $45K, and he actually respects me more now. Part 2. The 7 most common broke friend tax traps and the exact script variations I use for each. Trap, sure one, the group trip money grab. Everyone picks the $20,000 villa in Tulum, then looks at you when the bill comes. Script variation. Guys, I'm in for the trip, but I can only do the budget option this year. My money's tied up in investments. I'll book my own room and meet you there. Still gonna be epic. Trap number 2, the quick loan. That's never quick. I just need $3,000 until payday. You know I'm good for it. Script. Exact 3-sentence version above, then add, if you're in a real emergency, I can help brainstorm solutions or connect you with people, but lending is off the table for me now. Trap. Sure 3. The dinner tab ambush. $1,400 bill lands, and suddenly everyone's staring at their phone. Script. Before ordering, say, separate checks tonight. Cool? If they push back later, I've got a new rule. Everyone pays their own way, so there's no weirdness. Next round's on me, though. Trap. 4. The wedding baby a shower guilt trip. We made a registry, but cash would help more. Script. Congrats. I've set a personal gift budget of $300 for weddings these days because I've got some big goals I'm saving for. Hope that's okay. Still super excited for you. Trap. Number 5. The business idea. Pitch. Put in $25K and you'll own 10% of my dropshipping empire. Script. I don't invest in friends' businesses anymore, only through my fund with lawyers involved. Happy to give free advice, though. Trap. Number 6. The family loan request. This one's the hardest emotionally. Script. I love you and I've decided family stays family and money stays separate. I'll never lend to relatives again because it's hurt relationships before. Let's figure out another way together. Trap. Number 7. The emotional blackmail. If you were really my friend, you'd help me. Script. You know I care about you. That's why I'm protecting our friendship by not mixing money into it. Real friends respect boundaries. Part 3. How to train your circle to stop asking and actually respect you more. After using the script consistently for 3 to 6 months, something wild happens. People stop asking. Your friends subconsciously recategorize you from walking ATM to guy with healthy boundaries. And ironically, they start valuing your time and attention more because scarcity creates respect. I went from getting 4 or 5 money requests a month to maybe 1 a year, and the ones who got mad and vanished. They were never real friends anyway. They were employees I was paying in friendship salary. Bonus move. Publicly share your new rules on social media once. Proud of hitting my savings goals this year. Part of that is no longer lending money to friends or family. Keeps relationships clean. It pre-wires everyone and you'll never have to say it one-on-one again. Part 4. What to do with all the money you save. The Millionaire Redirect. The average person I coach saves $38,000 in the first year alone using this system. Here's where I put mine. 50% into index funds, turned 180K saved into 340K in 3 years. 30% into my real estate deals. 10% into experiences I actually want. Solo trips, date nights with my girl, and 10% straight up giving. But only to causes I choose, not people who guilt me. The best part? My real friends stuck around. We still hang. But now when we go out, everyone throws in fairly and nobody feels used, including me. Look, if you're making good money and you still feel broke every January, chances are you're paying the broke friend tax right now. It's not your fault. You were raised to be generous. But continuing to pay it is a choice. And today, you can stop overnight with 3 simple sentences that cost nothing but save you everything. Use the script, protect your wealth, and watch how fast your net worth starts climbing when the leaks finally get plugged.